Today, specifically, I want to talk about the buffer zone you need to create once you become a funded trader, right? So, for example, I just recently passed my 50K account evaluation. There is a buffer zone that you have to create from 50,000. You have to trade your account up to 52,000. There's a $2,000 buffer there. And so all that means is they want to see you be able to trade that account up to that $52,000. But there's a thing called intraday trailing drawdown. And what that means is, for example, if you get into a trade and in that trade you reach $1,000 of profit in that trade, but you close it out below that, they count that number as a loss too, because that's technically money that you could have made and you didn't. So again, intraday trailing drawdown, y'all have to be very, very mindful of that as you're creating this buffer zone. As y'all get to these places where y'all are passing these challenges, you have to understand that end of day drawdown is what you are faced with during the evaluation phase. Intraday trailing drawdown is a completely different beast. You have to take into consideration all the money that you're leaving on the table while you're actually actively trading in your pro version of the account, right? The account that's live. So again, buffer zone. While you're creating that buffer zone. So for Take Profit Trader, I can only speak for Take Profit Trader. That's the only broker that I've used. Um, you have to create that buffer zone. And while you're trading that $2,000 buffer zone, again, intraday trailing drawdown. What that means is you are counted against for money that you left on the table. Get into $1,000 trade and you close it out at 500. Yes, you profited $500, but against your max drawdown limit, $500 is counted against that drawdown limit because you didn't close out at 1,000. So at the top of the move, this is why the evaluation phase is important, because you need to be able to look and recognize at the chart, okay, well, this might be kind of the end of that momentum swing that I need to close out this trade, capturing the most profit that you can. So keep that in mind.